Good morning and good afternoon for ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in and welcome to Winner Stage 2, Kedaireka, Accelerating Innovation in Indonesia. My name is Gregoria Mandias. I'm the advisor lead of Angin, Angel Investment Network Indonesia, and I will be your moderator for today's session. In this session, we will discuss about Kedaireka, which is a platform to accelerate innovation in Indonesia through strengthening the collaboration between the academia and the industry. Kedaireka was initiated by the Ministry of Education, Culture, Research and Technology, the Republic of Indonesia, and it was launched in December 2020, so it was around last year, and Kedaireka has allocated 250 billion rupiah in their matching fund program throughout the year. The format of today's session will be in panel discussion, where we proudly invite the representative of Kedaireka's coordinated team, as well as two of the grantees of Kedaireka's Matching Fund 2020. Here with me, we have Bapak Ahmad Aditya, Coordinating Team Acceleration of Kampus Merdeka, Directorate General of Higher Education, Research and Technology, or Ditjen Diktiristek. Hai Mas Adit.
Halo Mbak Grego.
Hai. And we also have Bapak Raymond Octavian from Stackhawk Robotica Indonesia as the representative of the industry side, who is also the part of Kedaireka's Matching Fund 2020. Halo Bapak Raymond.
Halo Gregor.
And last but not least, we have Bapak Andi Kurniawan from Brawijaya University as the representative of the academia side, who is also part of the Kedaireka's Matching Fund 2020 grantee. Halo Bapak Andi.
Halo Mbak Greg.
Hai Bapak-Bapak, how are you guys?
Good.
Yeah. All good. Yeah. The weather is good too. Yeah. Additional information for the participants. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat box or Q&A box on the right side of your screen throughout the session. Feel free to write the questions there. And before moving forward to the discussion, we want to show a glimpse of Kedaireka through a video.
Adanya gap kolaborasi antara sektor pendidikan dengan dunia industri menghambat akselerasi inovasi di Indonesia. Kini, Kedaireka hadir sebagai solusi, sebuah platform yang menjembatani akademia dengan pelaku dunia usaha dan industri untuk berinovasi. Dengan spirit kolaborasi pentahelik, platform Kedaireka diluncurkan secara resmi oleh Kementerian Pendidikan, Kebudayaan, Riset, dan Teknologi Republik Indonesia. Sejak diluncurkan pada 2020 lalu, saat ini telah terdaftar lebih dari 17.000 inventor dan 3.000 industri dalam platform Kedaireka. Ribuan ide inovasi telah berhasil terhubungkan dan mendapatkan pendanaan dengan total nilai proyek kolaborasi sebesar 2,5 triliun rupiah. Temukan kolaborasi inovasi Anda bersama Kedaireka. Kini sudah terdapat beragam produk dan inovasi dari berbagai sektor industri. Komitmen Kedaireka didukung lewat program seperti Matching Fund, dukungan dana pemerintah untuk kolaborasi riset dan pengembangan inovasi. Kedaireka Academy, pelatihan online dan seri webinar sebagai wadah komunikasi dan penguatan ekosistem lintas komunitas. Mari terhubung dengan komunitas akademisi dari seluruh Indonesia. Buka peluang kolaborasi untuk industri Anda di platform Kedaireka. Dan raih kesempatan dana hibah dari Kementerian Pendidikan, Kebudayaan, Riset, dan Teknologi di program Kedaireka Matching Fund tahun depan. Untuk mendaftar, kunjungi website kedaireka.id, isi informasi sesuai data perusahaan, lalu klik daftar, dan aktivasi akun Anda melalui email notifikasi yang kami kirimkan. Ayo bergabung dan jadi bagian dari Kedaireka sekarang.
right, without further ado, we will start the discussion panel now. So I think from the video, we can see a little bit about how Kedaireka has been one of the platforms that connects the academia and also the industry. But Mas Adit, if you don't mind, could you please tell us what is Kedaireka and what actually the problems, the core problems that you are trying to solve here? Floor is yours, Mas Adit.
So I think it should be Mas Adit that explain this one.
Okay. Yeah. Mine with Andi face because maybe our face is quite similar. So I think to answer your questions, what is Kedaireka? Kedaireka is a government platform. So it's all culture, research, and technology. The objective is to provide more exposures for the universities from the industry. So basically, would like to improve the quality of the products and programs has been created or developed by the university by having more exposures from the industry. So it's kind of like reality check on the products and programs that they have from the universities and how it actually providing impacts to the community. So by having this more exposures, the universities will have understanding that what is required from the products and programs that they have right now and what is need to be improved. So it will be more targeted instead of we are creating programs that may have difficulties to be downstreaming by the industries.
Interesting. And as you mentioned, one of the core problem that Kedaireka is trying to solve is to bridge, as the bridge, right? Because everyone is there, out there, but Kedaireka is kind of like the bridge between the two parties.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Perfect. And as I mentioned previously, Kedaireka has allocated around 250 billion for the matching fund. Could you please tell us a little bit more about this? And how could you see the current situation of the innovations that the academies are doing right now?
Yeah, maybe I take a few steps back.
Sure.
Is matching fund. Why not we just give this money to the university, let them do collaboration with the industry? We do this scheme of, we would like the industry also have the ownership of the programs. So it's not free money. It's the money that we are giving to the universities to solve the industrial problems. So when industry have a problems, we call it peluang cipta, we call it business case that they have. Normally, they have the risk that they have to do to solve that problems. So if we introduce the universities into the programs and we are providing money to the universities, the government, the Ministry of Education and Culture, the universities, is actually bear 50% of that risk through the matching fund scheme. So we are reducing the risk from the industry while we are solving the problem of the industry. And that scheme is actually interesting for the industry because then they are not only have the ownership of the programs because it's solving the real problems. It's not free money. It's not part of your CSR programs. It's actually the real that they bring to Kedaireka and asking for support from the universities. And that ownership is actually belong to the industry. So if you want to solve your problem, bring your real problems to Kedaireka, not your CSR programs. You bring it to Kedaireka and then you ask university to solve the problems. And 50% of that risk is actually covered by the universities. And how do we see this project implemented by this 250 billion rupiah that we are disbursed to 427 universities? We see that there are opportunities that some of these collaborations have nurtured to the next level because they have created a good seed. They have created good foundations to create more collaborations between the industry and the universities in the coming future. And then it bring the network for the universities to engage with the industry. Never believe that in these 427 projects that we have right now, many universities has the collaboration with the industry for the first time. So through Kedaireka, they're expanding their network to work with the industry, and they're opening more opportunities with different industries.
It's very interesting what you just mentioned, that Kedaireka has become the entry gate for this kind of collaboration. If you don't mind, Mas Adit, if I can ask, what type of innovations or projects that people are doing in Kedaireka?
Yeah, so this is also the innovative part of the Kedaireka. So normally, if a researcher from the university or innovators from university come to the industry, what they offer is we can help you to do research. So give us any research project that you need, so we can support you. But through the Kedaireka programs, we are expanding the possibilities to collaborate with the industry, not only to do research. You can downstreaming your products. You can providing service to industry, like doing feasibility study, market study. You can do service to community. You can create a startup. You can create teaching factory. So our project for these 427 projects that we have right now is a wide range, from a very sophisticated, like creating artificial intelligence, Earth observation platform, creating a talking robots that can help, until we are creating plastic to put kerupuk. You know, when you put kerupuk in that plastic, it will be much more lasting, and it doesn't lose their taste. So it's a very wide range project. We have stunting projects in East Nusa Tenggara. We have traditional music mapping project also in Kedaireka. So it's wide range project.
Thank you, Mas Adit. And while we're at this topic, I want to ask Pak Raymond from Stakeholder Robotika about your current project with Kedaireka. How is the process of the collaboration with the academia through Kedaireka? And maybe, if you don't mind, you can share a little bit about Stakeholder Robotika and your current project. Floor is yours, Pak.
Okay, thank you. So probably we're trying to explain this more detail with the screen, if you don't mind. Great. Okay, so while we're waiting for the screen to appear, Stakeholder Robotika Indonesia is actually a startup company where we focus on robotics and industrial IoT research and development. And currently we're working with some universities with 3 projects in Kedaireka that soon will be up here. Okay, this one. So the total matching fund that we have with Kedaireka is 7 billion. It is spread into 3 projects. The first one is called Digital Control System. We are collaborating with Gadjah Mada University to make monitoring productions for manufacturing industries in real time. And we hope that by doing this project, we can accelerate Indonesia 4.0 into happening. And in this project, we invest 750 million. And the second project is what has been mentioned by Mr. Aditya, which is the stunting preventions in Nusa Tenggara Timur. We are collaborating with 2 different universities. The first one is Gadjah Mada Universities. We concern more on the healthcare service with Gadjah Mada University, and then with IPB or Bogor Agriculture Institute. We mainly concern on how we can actually build the sustainability of food and nutrition for kids and newborn babies, and also pregnant women. Here, the total matching fund is over around 4 billion. Stakeholder invests 750 million, and Kedaireka invests 2 billion. The rest of the money comes from the consortium. Then the third one is we're working with our affiliate startup called PT Helper. We are also collaborating with Gadjah Mada University to make augmented reality and virtual reality. Here, we are trying to help medical students to facilitate them to have such kind of simulations before they actually do the real surgery. So it's kind of, they do it with the HoloLens, so we can reduce the unexpected impact to the patients. And here as well, we allocate 750 million for this project. So these are those that we are working on with Kedaireka Agriculture.
Thank you, Mas Raymond. And just to confirm, you met the two universities through Kedaireka, right?
Yeah, true.
Perfect. Okay, I think it's very interesting. The projects that you are currently doing is very interesting because there are different types of target audience there, starting from the up level until the downstream, the bottom of the pyramid for the stunting project that you are doing with UGM and
Yes.
IPB, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Pak Raymond.
Okay.
Now we want to get insights from the academia point of view. Pak Andi, could you please tell us about your innovation and how does it relate to the industry? What kind of problem it is solving?
Okay. Before I start explain the innovation, let me start a brief introduction of the background of the situation. The innovation that we developed, facilitated by Kedaireka platform and the matching fund, are related to the production and processing of Indonesian people salt. And salt itself is a national strategic product because salt is a political commodity because it involves the livelihood of many people and is also non-substitute commodity. For example, we can replace canned sugar with various other sweetener, but various processes from domestic to industry will be stopped without salt. The form of salt production is not only a table salt that we usually find at a dining table, but in general, salt is divided into the consumption salt and industrial salt. This industrial salt include salt for the pharmaceutical, petroleum, and chloralkali plant. The standard that distinguishes those salt is the content of sodium chloride in the salt. The general standard for industrial salt is sodium chloride content should be more than 95%. And most of Indonesian salt production is conducted through solar salt process, which is produced by evaporating seawater. And as a tropical country and the largest archipelagic country globally, Indonesia has a great potential to produce salt. However, Indonesia is one of the largest salt importing countries in the world. The national demand for salt in Indonesia is more than 5 million tons per year, of which import met more than 50%. In fact, for the industrial salt, 100% is still met through imports. One of the main problems faced by Indonesian people salt production is a seasonal dynamics. In this case, salt production stopped in the rainy season. Another problem is the low quality of salt, which is usually measured by the sodium chloride content. The sodium chloride content in intact salt water is only about 77%. So we need method to produce salt with a sodium chloride content more than 95% as the industrial salt standard. We develop innovation to be able to contribute to the solving the salt problem of Indonesian people. This innovation has been developed since 2018 with a roadmap as illustrated on the slide. The development of this innovation is also a part of the implementation of the Republic of Indonesia National Research Priority Flagship that focus on the integrated salt production. Through a strengthened collaboration with Kedaireka platform and supported by the matching fund, we are currently developing several innovations. First is the greenhouse salt tunnel to be able to produce salt all year round, including in the rainy season. The second innovation is the continuously dynamic mixing method as a production method to produce the first level of quality salt on the farm. So we don't need another process after we get the salt from the farm. And the third innovation is washing hose tunnel as a modification of salt washing process that can be done on the farm by small salt farmer. And the last innovation that we try to develop is a salt crusher unit to produce salt for various purposes. And that's the innovation that we try to develop with the supporting of Kedaireka and matching fund.
Okay, thank you, Pandi. Perfect. And may we know who is your partner for this project?
We collaborate in the first the process, the innovation collaboration process. We collaborate with small and medium salt industry and the research and development agency in the East Java province. And as the result of this innovation, we try to collaborate more with Kencana Tiara Gumilang Company as a national geosynthetic producer. And this innovation was then adopted and further developed through the pentahelic collaboration. So we collaborate with the society, with the business, and also with the local government.
Very interesting, Pak. Thank you for your explanation. It seems like there are a lot of excitement from both of the academia and also the industry side. So if I may go back to Mas Adit. Mas Adit, what is next for Kedaireka? And how should people be involved, especially for the participants that are currently tuning in? I think you are still on mute, Mas Adit. Or probably I'll go back to Mas Adit later, probably some connection issue. Let me move to Mas Raymond. If you can tell us about the current status of the collaboration. How is it going, and also any breakthrough or the impacts that are alike?
Well, actually, nowadays we are working with the three of the projects. They are all running quite well and they are all progressing. One that is nearly having a real impact to the society is the stunting preventions in Nusa Tenggara Timur, of which we have already built our work there for some couples of weeks, and we also keep evaluating and then trying to improve what can be improved, and then also at the same times we are trying to also work with the other projects as well, as we are now also working with micro-credential internship in our company. So yeah, it can work hand in hand to do both of the projects.
Perfect. Thank you, Pak Raymond. So I see that the project is currently ongoing, and probably it's not going to be a 1 year or like 6 months project, but it's going to be a long-term project for the variety of projects that you are doing.
Yeah,
so it's
true.
interesting to know more about the progress, right?
Yeah, we're also if I may add, so we do hope that actually Kedaireka can not only stop within the first year, but also to extend it into maybe 2 or 3 years in advance, because we believe that this kind of project cannot have a very much impact if you stop on the first year. But if we can extend it into 2 or 3 years, the impact can be massive, more massive to the betterment of our society. So I hope that Kedaireka can do that for us. Thank you.
Sure, I think Mas Adit is here and he's also listening of what you just said. Thank you, Mas Raymond. And if I may go to Pak Andi, anything you want to tell the other academias regarding your involvement in Kedaireka? Probably some kind of tips or pros and cons, etc. Feel free, Pak.
Collaborating with industry not only give us opportunities to develop innovation, so that they can be better solve the problem faced by the society. but also help us to downstream our innovation. Moreover, in our experiences, our innovation become the national winner of innovation public competition in 2020 is because supporting from the Kedaireka and Matching Fund. And collaborating with industry provide us with research perspective and technical assistance, of course, in our downstream innovation process. And I believe that almost all researchers and academics have a comparative advantages built with the heart and awareness to contribute to development through the application of science and technology. However, in our case, the biggest challenge is how to carry the result of this research through the dead valley of innovation so that it can arrive at innovation product. And at the same time, our assignment and career development, especially as a lecturer in Indonesia, are not entirely positively correlated with the downstream innovation. And collaborating with industry is one of the strategic solutions to synergize research, work as academic, career as lecturer or research, and to contribute more to development through downstream product innovation. Our view and practices will be broader so that they will increase ideas and research performance and help the process of downstream of our innovation. So what we produce can genuinely fulfill the nature of the scientific development itself.
Thank you, Pandi. Yeah, what I highlighted from your explanation just now is the technical assistance that you got from the industry side, right? Perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the question I asked to Mas Adit about what is next for Kedaireka and how should people be involved, especially for the participants here who are tuning in this session.
Yeah, I think this is interesting questions. Everyone is asking what is next from Kedaireka, because we see that, we build the numbers of the users of Kedaireka within 3 months from 0 to 20,000 users are now using Kedaireka. We build the numbers of the industry who joined Kedaireka from 0 into 3,000 industries are now joining Kedaireka. So the numbers is amazing. Right now we are cataloging of more than 2,600 innovative product and programs that is ready to collaborate with the industry. So people are curious, what would be a challenge for Kedaireka? So what we are doing right now is we are trying to evaluate how is Kedaireka is going right now, and what would be the impact that Kedaireka would like to do. We have 427 products and programs that has been collaborated with the industry, BUMDes, small medium enterprise, international partnerships, but that's not providing a significant impact expected. So some of the programs that has been funded by Kedaireka through different channel of funding, like for example, Pak Andi's project or Pak Raymond project, we planted the seed to these programs, right? But if Andi or Pak Raymond, do they have to continue these programs next year? The answer is yes. So Kedaireka cannot just stop the funding existing programs right now for this year. The program has to continue for next year. The program has to evolve for next year. So from these 420 projects that we have right now, we are also evaluating the results. What are the results that can be continued for next year programs? Because it's creating good impact. It has to be sustainable. So that's also the things that we are looking at right now. So we don't want it to become just another programs that happen every year. So Andi get funding this year, and then next year he has to compete again. He has to convince Kedaireka again that this is a good project. Please provide us another funding this year. So Kedaireka itself is the project that they have been funded. And if we thought that the project is good, it has to be it has to be continued for next year, then we are going to fund it, the program for next year. So the innovators, the researchers, the industry has a guarantee, like they have comfortability to work with Kedaireka, because they know that if I create a good project, if I create good impact this year, and Kedaireka is evaluating my project, then I have a possibility to get another funding for next year. The second things that we also did is I got asked by like I said, we get 2,600 innovators, and we just get 4 the innovators funded, and then 1,600 innovators any buy-in from the industry. And people are asking, you said that if I join Kedaireka, industry will approach me and say that they would like to collaborate with me within Kedaireka. And when we evaluate this 1,600 programs or products that has been posted in Kedaireka, we have to build the capacity of our innovators. They have to be able to market their products and programs, the language from the industry. So they have to know what is the industry want to see here, so they can buy in your product. So it's not because of the products and program is not good, but it's because we don't market it correctly. Second is we also have to tweak the products to be more targeted on the industrial needs. So it's not only from our perspective, but we also would like to understand what is actually that the industry needs. So that's why this year, we also launched a program, Kedaireka Academy. We got 10 industries who then 3,000 innovators right now. So we got 10 industries who teach more than 3,000 innovators to understand what is the products and programs that they should create, that they should put in the context for the industry.
Perfect. Thank you, Mas Adit. I think we got so many questions in the Q&A box, so I'm just going to move forward to the Q&A session. And I think this is a very interesting question. The first one is for Mas Adit. It's from Fritz Blessing. Is it possible for foreign companies and or universities to register at Kedaireka? What is yours, Mas Adit?
I can answer that, and maybe this is also a bit teaser or a bit trailer for the next year programs. I talk with, so people are asking, how do you start the Kedaireka program? So we start the Kedaireka programs by talking with 3,000 universities. Indonesia have 4,700 universities. We have talked with 3,000 universities. So that's why I'm always say that I'm very confident with lectures, because my sampling is more than 50%. I talk with 3,000 lecturers intensively. So when I try to understand main point, I mean, our innovators are very, very good innovators. They solve real problems, and their products and programs are actually really, really good. So I would like to bring that to the next level next year. We would like to push these products and programs to be acknowledged not only by Indonesian, but also outside Indonesian. So next year, we are going to create with 6 potential international partnership organizations. So we're creating communication right now, and it's very, very good. People are enjoying to see the products and programs from our innovators. This year alone, we create 20 proposals sent to the Ministry of Internal Affairs and Communication in Japan through the innovation program. So we really want to bring our innovators to the next level. Yeah.
Perfect. So to answer your question, actually, Fitz Blessing, that it is very possible for foreign companies and or universities to register at Kedaireka, because there are many upcoming programs that will be involving foreign parties as well. Moving forward to the second question from Ibu Esti from Widya Dharma University of Klaten, Central Java. I think this question is for Mas Adit as well, but Pak Raymond and Pak Andi, if you have any insights or inputs, feel free to add. Did the Kedaireka notice that there is a gap between the human resources of public and private universities? And is the Kedaireka fund only for state universities? Thank you. Feel free, Mas Adit.
Yeah, I think this year we are managing 250 billion rupiah, 250 miliar rupiah. And Mas Menteri Nadiem Makarim see that this project has to be continued and it has to be scaled up, because this year we are managing 250 billion, but we get requests for 1.4 trillion rupiah. So next year we would like to bring the numbers, not only 250 billion, but we would like to increase the number to 1.2 trillion rupiah. So it's a big opportunities. So if you want to create collaborations with the industry through Kedaireka programs, there are a lot of fundings that you can apply to the programs. And who can apply to the program? Is it only state university or also private university? Both can apply, whether you are state university or private university. And do I see the gap between the private university and the state university? We based on the private university or state university, but also in different locations in the area of Indonesia. There's also always a gap between a university in Java, between a university outside Java, and those kind of things. But the beauty of the Kedaireka program is allowing the lecturers, the innovators from the university to choose partners from the industry. So if you feel like maybe it's difficult for me to create a company like Google, or difficult for me to create a partnership with a company like, so you can find the industry based on your expertise that you would like to help. Many universities are creating programs with UMKM, small medium enterprise. They have programs with the BUMDes at the village level, like to support the people based on their expertise that they have right now. So opportunity, I think. Maybe Pak Andi and Pak Raymond can also add.
Anything to add, Pak Andi or Pak Raymond?
Okay, I think the main concern is the innovation that we can develop, and everyone can apply the matching fund and also collaborate through the Kedaireka platform. And in my point of view, apply matching fund and actively in the Kedaireka is the process to improve our capacity. So this is not about the way to win the grant, but the most important thing, this is the way to improve our ability, our capacity, and our contribution to the society. So in this case, participate in matching fund in Kedaireka is the smart way to improve our institution and not depend this is a public or private university. So let's join and use this platform to improve our capacity and contribution.
Thank you, Pak Andi. Great. And probably this is one of the questions that we often get asked. What about the type of companies that could join Kedaireka? I mean, if you can elaborate about the stage or the size of companies that could join, I think that will be great, Mas Adit.
Maybe Pak Raymond can also, silakan Pak Raymond.
To return to the previous question?
Yes, like what type of companies, let's say from your colleague or from Stackhawk itself, what are the criteria of the companies that could join Kedaireka?
Oh, I think this is, it should be Mr. Adit's answer to answer this question, but I want to add for the previous question about the state university or private university. We as industries, we are glad to hear that Pak Adit and Kedaireka, they are not discriminate anyone in this project. They embrace everyone, whether private or state-owned. And we think that as industries, we open our hands to collaborate with anyone, and we want to collaborate with more and more universities, with more and more academia from all over Indonesia, and if possible, also from all over the world. So yeah, we do hope also to receive some collaboration proposals or anything from Netherlands as well, so that we can enhance the accelerate the innovation in Indonesia. Thank you.
Thank you, Pak Raymond. Mas
Yeah,
Adit, feel free.
to answer the question is, what is the type of the industry that can join Kedaireka? So the programs and the project that we have are collaborating with a multinational company, some of the company I have mentioned before. So a very prestigious world-class company that has joined Kedaireka programs. We have 60 BUMDes that has been funded in the program this year. We have more than 40 small medium enterprise that has been funded also through the programs this year. We have 30 governments regency that has been funded in the programs this year. So it's very, very varied type of the industry. So we are not limiting into certain type of industry only. Like what I've told you previously, that we are creating a plastic for kerupuk. That's actually is coming to Kedaireka. We have these issues. Can you support us to create this plastic? Of the university in Central Java is actually accepting that challenge and creating that plastic for that warung. So it's been very amazing. You know, I mean, what I see from this collaboration is the willingness from our lecturers, from innovators, from the researchers, to solve real issues that happening in the ground, whatever the issues it is.
Perfect. Thank you, Mas Adit. Probably a little context about kerupuk, especially for the audience that comes from outside of Indonesia. It is the chips that we usually eat on a daily basis. And, you know, the chips can get blunt if it's get too much air in the bag. So one of the Kedaireka project is to build or to develop a plastic bag who is airtight, right, Mas Adit?
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. And one last question actually for Bapak Andi. On your program, what is the innovation that you offers to the company? If you can elaborate more on the innovation on the salt that you mentioned.
Okay. Let me explain in brief explanation. Salt is a strategic product and become one of the problem in Indonesian development. So Indonesia should be export the salt. However, in this case, we import the salt. And another problem, we have a small medium industry. We have a people salt. And if we just focus in industrial salt, this give much more problem to the small in industry of people salt. In this case, we try to develop innovation, then can help small and industry salt production, people salt production, to improve their production, to improve their quality of salt, and then collaborate with industry. And we believe that the technical assistance, the support from the industry, not only will give a solution to the Indonesian people salt problem, but also can create another product, can create another innovation, so we can improve also the business related to the salt production.
Thank you, Pak Andi. I think our time is up for the discussion. So let me close the discussion today. I think what I want to highlight is about the potential of Kedaireka in the coming years, especially for the plan of Matching Fund 2020, where Kedaireka is very open to industry and also the academia from inside of Indonesia or outside of Indonesia. Whoever wants to participate to support the acceleration of Indonesian innovation ecosystem, or feel free to join Kedaireka. The Kedaireka's website is www.kedaireka.id, so feel free to visit sometimes, take a look, and also register yourself there. All right, thank you for our three speakers, for all the insights and also the inspirations that for the participants. And really appreciate your time today and wish you all the best for the projects that you both are working on. Thank you so much, Pak Andi and Pak Raymond, for your time. And also, Mas Adit, thank you for presenting Kedaireka.
Thank you, Greg. Yeah, thank you, Pak Andi,
Thank you.
Pak Raymond.
Thank you very much.
I think